The set's incredible.
We can actually have a mini village here.
Right, here we go.
And it really adds to the realism.
We were striving to see if we could maintain the tone of the first Deep Blue Sea as much as possible.
We got a problem.
You're looking for something to cross that area. Oh, you're smart and you remember that there's this thing here. I was a huge fan of the first Deep Blue Sea. And when I was pitched this story, I was really attracted to the climate change element within the context of a semi-serious action-adventure movie.
It's our third summer here at Little Happy. The residents were some of the first victims of rising sea levels. 800 people used to live on this tiny man-made island. Now there are only 2 left.
It always helps the production, always helps the actor when you look around at the stage or the set and feel like you're actually in a place.
When I saw it for the first time, I was amazed. It's a fishing village in the middle of a park, which is rather counterintuitive.
Our DOP, Michael Swan, and I worked very hard to bring a sense of natural lighting to this world with a little bit of a Mozambican flair to it. Put a lot of thought and effort into designing a world that was not quite realistic, that was still in the sort of adventurous popcorn world of the original Deep Blue Sea, a little bit of heightened reality mixed with kind of a bit of a fantasy drowning village.
It's a weird place to call home, Em. It's grim.
My first impression was, wow, people have been here for a long time putting a lot of work into this. And then they explain that, hey, this whole thing is set up to sink as well. I'm like, that is very impressive.
A lot of challenges working with water. You have to think about things that you normally wouldn't think about so much, like electricity. There's a lot of electricity on a movie set, and obviously that has to be made safe, and that's a very serious consideration that we have to think of for every shot, every stunt, everything that we shoot.
It's quite complicated to design a set that stands on water, and then to make it work, it was that fine line once again to say what should stay and what can tilt and what can move. And then ultimately, technically, the real tricky thing is that it feels like all our work is ending up under the water.
We'll never catch him if we don't.
Not a chance. I got this.
Shaw, wait!
Almost every exterior will be a combination of a visual effect too. You've got the marine stuff, underwater stuff. You've got the special effects of explosions, of fire, stuff falling into the water. You've got the backdrop.
Action!
It's a new challenge. It's a new world. It's an underwater world. We need to work with vast amounts of water.
Yes, flames are out by this time. Flames are out by this time. Okay, good.
So we've got 3 different tanks that we shoot the different elements in, and the main tank that we use for the cast is a heated pool here in Cape Town, where we can get close-ups of the actors doing what they do, doing their scenes, getting all the reactions that we need, so that when we go into the bigger tanks and eventually we're going to go into the open ocean for real, we can cut that all together and make it look like it's all happening in one place.
In terms of VFX, I think it's definitely going to be a lot more realism, which makes it so much better in terms of shark fall.
It's quite a scary environment. This whole town is flooding. The sharks can get everywhere. The visual effects team are very experienced. They've done quite a few of these types of movies.
You start with concepts, which you can do on 3D software, and then we take those and we give them to the director, and he decides what he likes and what he doesn't like, sends them back until we're happy, and then we finally create the 3D shark, and we texture it, we give it the color that it needs, and using a reference of the sharks.
One of the most difficult elements of making a shark look real is how strong they are in the water. So now you've got the shark smashing through walls and through bridges to try and get an element big enough or as realistic enough as our shark needs to be to move through the water it's almost impossible.
set is incredible. The cinematography is beautiful, the lighting.
Absolute close-knit communication. VFX, set decorating and propping. The one can't go without the other.
Thank you.